Well, hey there, I'm Virginia Autry, and welcome to my kitchen. You're my guest at dinner tonight. You never know who's going to show up at my door at dinner time, and guess what? You showed up on a good night because I'm going to make you some creamy garlic shrimp. It's very easy to make, and I'm going to show you just how to do it. I've already boiled some fettuccine noodles, and these are a wide flat noodle. You don't want to get them real done. You still want them to be just like a little bit al dente, so they still have a little bit of a bite to it. So let me pour this in the sink in a colander. We'll give those noodles a few minutes to drain, and then we'll put them right back in the pot they came out of and put the lid on them while we're making our creamy garlic shrimp. So what we're going to use for this today is I've got more than just you for dinner tonight. I've got my cousins here, so I'm going to make 1.5 pounds of shrimp, and those are deveined and shelled, and they still have the tails on them though. I like to have a little handle on my shrimp. So I'm going to use that 1.5 pounds, and of course I'm going to use Philadelphia brand cream cheese. This is the stuff you need to make yourself an excellent dinner. People will think you are a pro chef even if you're not when you use the Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm going to take a 1/2 stick of butter, or 4 tablespoons, and I'm going to saute several cloves of garlic. And I've already chopped that up, and I'm going to chop it just a little bit more. We're going to add to that our shrimp, and we're going to saute that butter. It's just going to get infused with that shrimp and garlic. It's going to be so delicious. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese, Parmesan, and then I've got a little bit of this truly shredded, and I'm going to use for a garnish. I've got some parsley that's going to go in the dish, and then we're going to use a little parsley for garnish too. And we're going to season that with some, you know what comes in this yellow can. It's some seafood seasoning. And also to my sauce, I'm going to add 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. And I rinsed them off because I don't want this to be a tomato sauce. I want it to be a creamy garlic sauce, and I want it still to be white and just have the pretty tomatoes in it to make it look beautiful and very appetizing, because we all know we eat with our eyes. And I'm going to put some milk in that sauce too. The Philadelphia cream cheese is going to thicken it right up. So let's get started on sauteing some garlic and shrimp. Okay, we've got this shrimp running around in here with this garlic and butter, and like I said, the butter is just going to get so infused with that garlic taste, and it's just going to carry it over into our sauce. While I've got that going, excuse me just a minute, I'm going to add some fresh cracked pepper. Did you notice how those tails have turned pink? I have it on a medium heat, and it just is pinking right up, and that's one indication that our shrimp are getting on the done side. So we're fixing to just take these up and use the drippings that are in our pan to go ahead and make our sauce. Okay, so we've got a lot of drippings left in the pan. We've got those shrimp out. We'll talk about your fast and easy dinners. This is a good one. You know, I'm really shocked at the people that don't know how to cook, especially our young women today. I think just because maybe they weren't brought up in a house where you have to cook, everything's convenience these days, and I've used a few things that I would consider convenience. I didn't have to peel and devein these shrimp. That's convenience. Thank you, grocery store, for that. Okay, in my pan that I've got on medium still, I've got that butter and some of the garlic left in there, and I'm going to add some milk here. So put that in, and I'm moving to a whisk, and I'm going to actually put in my cream cheese in with my milk, and take just a second to break this up and melt it. And now what's happening is that butter that's left in the pan and garlic, oh my gracious, everybody's getting married in here, and it's delicious. Okay, whoops. So getting back to my childhood while this is melting, we used to have some pigs, and my sister had a pig and I had a pig, and they had bunches of babies, but one particular day they both had 10 babies apiece within an hour of each other. And I honestly did not realize that those pigs were income for my family. I thought my daddy had those pigs for my sheer enjoyment. I just took the little runt babies in that were just getting pushed out of line and couldn't nurse from their mother. I took them in and fed them on a bottle. Oh my gosh. Made clothes for them. We had a fun time with our pigs. And we always had a garden, so I would go out to the garden and help my daddy pick. And we had a strawberry patch, and I used to sit in the strawberry patch with a cup of water and dip my little strawberries. And when I got done, I'd dump my water out and make like mud pies and just have the most fun. Okay, this sauce is getting good and creamy. I'm going to come show it. You can see what I'm talking about. Can y'all see this? It has got all those little pan drippings. Everything that was stuck to the pan is now incorporated in the sauce, and it just smells like garlic. It's delicious. Okay, back to the steak. So now that we've got that nice and creamy with our Philadelphia cream cheese, now we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. And I've got a cup of Parmesan here, and like I said, it's kind of, I guess, shredded. It's not really, it's shaved looking. Shaved, maybe that's what I'm looking for, shaved. And we're going to put that in and stir that around. And then I've got maybe about 1/3 of a cup of chopped parsley. And that makes it pretty, very pretty. I can feel the consistency with the Parmesan cheese just changing already. And I need a big old heaping tablespoon of this seafood seasoning. Now, I told y'all this was going to be easy. So, we're almost done. I'm actually going to turn this to low. And now what we're going to put in is those rinsed petite diced tomatoes, and that's just going to make such a one little can of that, and that's going to make that so pretty. I've got to bring the sauce back over there and show you again. Isn't that gorgeous? See, you can look like a chef too. Okay, so it's time to add the shrimp back to our sauce. Get all the goodie out of there. Oh my gracious. I might have grown up in a small town, but this is uptown. Very good. Very appetizing. Okay, I'm ready to plate some of this up for you. And got some of my pasta. Just put that right in the just about in the middle. And this sauce is so rich and full of flavor. Enough serving for one. And I messed up my plate a little bit, but I always take a little paper towel and just wipe that up, and then it will be absolutely beautiful. And I'm fixing to show it to you. Okay, so I'm going to garnish this with just a sprinkle of the parsley and some of the grated Parmesan cheese. This looks like you should buy this in a restaurant. And let me tell you, if I can do this, you can do it too. I'm going to have a little broccoli on the side here. That's going to make for a beautiful plate. Well, I aim to please, so I certainly hope that you're impressed with your dinner tonight. My creamy garlic shrimp made with Philadelphia cream cheese. So now for the best part, the tasting. That's an excellent entree. Little bite of shrimp here too. I already knew that tasted good because I've had this dish a million times, and so have my guests. Thank you, Philadelphia cream cheese, for making such a versatile product. Just from everything from sweet to savory, it's in the box. And Paula, Deen, I love you, girl. Thank you so much for being you. Y'all come back and see me for dinner sometime. I'm Virginia Autry from Hampton, Florida. Can you see Philadelphia? Oh, I'm talking.